today. The moon continues in Aries, and we also have that third quarter moon, 3/4 of the way through this moon cycle. Sometimes when the moon is in Aries, we have that all systems go, green light energy of just movement. But today is a little different. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday. And one of the reasons today and the Aries moon that we're in right now is a little different is because of the Neptune station. So just like many planets, including Mercury, which is now retrograde currently, Neptune can and does change direction to go retrograde. And that is the exact station is just a few minutes before 4 a.m. Pacific today. But for several hours before and after that Neptune station, we can experience sort of a loss of orientation. So just like if a fog rolled in and you could no longer see the stripes on the side of the road, right? It's a little bit like, yes, okay, we're going forward, but it's a little bit hard to orient. I remember one time I was driving in a car with a friend. We were talking and we just were talking, and we drove an hour down the road before we realized we had gone in the completely wrong direction, like the opposite. We turned right when we should have turned left, kind of thing. And all of a sudden, we were getting to a city that we knew was the wrong place to be. And it was, of course, during Neptune station. So when a planet stations, and we figured it out and we got home and everything was fine, but a little late, right? When any planet stations, its energy kind of comes to the surface. It's heightened. It kind of it exacerbates exacerbates the energy of that planet. So when Mercury is stationing, we have the heightened energy of Mercury. Anyway, that's what's happening today with Neptune, and Neptune is in Aries. So with having the moon in Aries, also we're really feeling that Neptunian fog. Not only that, but we do have the third quarter moon today. So sun is in Cancer, moon is in Aries. It forms that exact square to the sun, and that is 3/4 of the way through the moon cycle, which is a point where we really have to make a decision of some sort. We need to take the wheel and steer, making sure that we're going in the right direction. So how do we do that when all the signs are gone, right? All the guardrails and stripes and everything directing us. So that's happening. Not only that, though, the Aries moon is in a conjunction with Saturn. And so the exact conjunction of the moon in Aries to Saturn at 14 degrees Aries happens right before the moon's exact square to the sun at 15 degrees Aries Cancer. So anyway, that square right in those middle degrees of cardinal signs, if you happen to have anything in your chart in those zones, anyway, whether you do or you don't, this energy is still with us. And so the third quarter moon is an invitation to steer something, to make a decision, to make a choice, which way you want things to go as you integrate, because we're in the waning half of the moon cycle. So something is revealed around the full moon, and then as the moon moves toward the new moon, we're integrating, we're digesting, we're processing. And so what is it we need to integrate on purpose, to be deliberate, to be conscious about what we're becoming and how we're going to use the whatever, came to the surface around the full moon, which in this case was that very potent Capricorn full moon with all kinds of symbolic alignments happening at the same time, which is just kind of the theme right now, because because we are also in this very heightened alignment of the outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and by July 19th, we'll have Jupiter at 4 degrees, and all four of them in that cradle formation, with Pluto at 4 degrees, Aquarius, Neptune at 4 degrees, Aries, Gemini, Uranus in 4 degrees, Gemini, and Jupiter at 4 degrees, Leo. Whole podcast episode I had on that cradle alignment. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go listen to episode, I think it was 3, in the Astrology Heals podcast to learn more about that. Anyway, so the point is that the moon is joining Saturn, and just at the same time, essentially, as this third quarter moon. So the third quarter moon is pressuring us to make a decision, to decide what we're becoming, what we're going to do with the information we now have. And it's joining Saturn, which says this is about developing your backbone. It's about building strength and resilience, standing strong and confident in who you are. And of course, we always have a choice, so we can see ourselves as the victim of whatever is showing up in your life, and oh, this is terrible, woe is me kind of thing, because Saturn is hard, right? It's the lesson, and whatever it brings into our lives is there to help us grow, to help us become stronger and more resilient within ourselves. So that's the teacher, the taskmaster, that is inviting us to step more fully into what we're capable of. But of course, in the process, it can feel like, well, there's a pebble in my shoe and I don't like that. Or I stubbed my toe and it hurt, right? We were talking about that yesterday. So whatever it is, it's like not necessarily fun, but it is encouraging us to get creative and to open ourselves to what we can really achieve and accomplish when we believe in ourselves and see those creative solutions to whatever is bothering us, whatever is showing up for us to make a decision about. So if you're facing a challenging decision, sit with that decision and ask, this is about navigating according to your own deeper truth and sense of self. So listening to that intuition, listening to your gut feelings, and noticing maybe where you feel that temptation to respond in a way that makes you feel safe, but isn't really getting where you need to go. So watch for some things like that. Anyway, this third quarter moon could be a little bit challenging, but it is ultimately really asking us to commit to what it is we want to step into and become and achieve and learn about ourselves. So those are my thoughts for today. Thanks for being here, and you could book a reading with me to help get some guidance through these crazy times, possibilities. We're in times that are filled with potential, but sometimes just unlocking what that looks like for you and seeing how to understand it and work with it can make all the difference. So a reading can be a really, really powerful way to do that. And it's also a great time because my rates will be going up at the end of July. So great time to get in with the old rates. Thanks again for being here and subscribing to this YouTube channel and also my podcast, the Astrology Heals Podcast. Thank you for subscribing there and following that, because I'm really working to get the word out about that. And I am here every day. So thanks for subscribing to this YouTube channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.